So here's your grid for race 2 of the day for the Mini GP 110s and SM90s. Zach Weston will be on pole with Daniel Stevenson on second position with the new bike that he was handed, of course, from the paddock after a devastating incident where it was stolen. So massive shame for that one, but back on the grid. Luca Wilkinson in third place, Joe Mosimoska in fourth, Ollie Pearson in fifth place, Ruby Booth in sixth, Joel Grieg in seventh, and Charlie Pearson in eighth on the 100 machine. Ninth place, Thomas Bond, with Jack Newton rounding out your top 10. Billy Carter in 11th place, Brooke Champion in 12th, Hudson Cooper in 13th, Kyron Nelson in 14th, Charlie Ward in 15th, and Blake Wilson, no time set, in 16th place. That rounds out your grid, so it looks like we're probably actually going to have 15 riders in this one. As the rest of the parents head on, let's see what we can get in this one. As
James is just trying to air out the comms box. We're getting very warm in here.
It's a bit stale, isn't it?
Just a tad.
I think stale's a good word for it. He's at the entrance, fanning a big fan.
It's a lid of a huge box. Very much needed. We're in that little, well, the box just up to the right of this shot, actually. And as you can see, blue skies, sun beaten down. It's the second coming of summer here.
It is, isn't it?
It really is. I think it's because we're so close to France. We've somehow inherited the weather.
Well, you say that. A few days ago, I was actually in Frankfurt for the IAA, Frankfurt Motor Show. And it was raining and it was cold.
Those Europeans and their weather. Glad we're getting out of it.
Questionable view, I think, for some people on that one.
The number 11 lines up on the right-hand side. They were still waiting for Pole Man to come out for this one.
Oh, indeed. So, let's just see.
Of course, earlier on in the day, he had a bit of an issue at the start of this one. And we're not indeed going to see him. It's Zach Weston not here, so Dan Stevenson starts this one at the front.
Skirt starts are out, massive wheelies at the back of the grid. Not sure who that was, but we get going.
Stevenson leads the way through the first chicane due to the missing Weston. He's shown up on the timing though, so he may have started this one at the back for some reason.
Maybe.
We'll confirm with you as they come through the first lap.
Now, the reason being is because the bike last time was quite unreliable, and maybe safety reasons. I thought, well, you know, we're going to start you at the back just in case, you know, someone goes into the back of you if you stall again. So that could be the reason. I'm not sure if that is the reason, but I've just made that up, but maybe.
It's a solid reason, Anthony. He had trouble on both the starts earlier. A bit of an issue on the first time, and the second one just didn't get away at all. No, not at all. Onto the back straight, though, and it's a good lead already from Daniel Stevenson. And messages coming in from Stevenson again, from Mick there. And 11 laps to go now, and the fastest lap of the race for Stevenson, 52.81. But then it's taken away from him. So on Zach Weston, he's up in to P9, so he is out there with a 52.7. So we're probably going to see him charge through the field like he did last time. He flew through last time, didn't he? Absolutely. Just as soon as I'd said that he may have well scuppered his chances with that stall, he proved me wrong and sent it straight to the front.
Still can't see him, though, on any of the cameras, so he's out there, but we can't quite see him. There's Joe Mosimoska. He's piling on the pressure to Luca Wilkinson. So let's just see what they're going to do into the final corner. Mostika looks behind him, looks to the inside, not close enough this time, slots in. As they...
That was Zach Weston popping up at the back of this group, Anthony.
It is, there he is, there actually, yeah, just at the back of that shot. So, there he is, just behind this group of 4, and he's closed that gap massively, hasn't he? So, he's up into P6, down the inside of the number 9, gets it done. So, that's Zach Weston in front of,
Joel Grieg,
I think it is Joel Grieg, so he's got the number 3 on the timing screen, but it looked like a number 9 on the bike, and again, trying to get past some more of them. He's got the 76 for company there as well. But I think that's Ruby Booth that he's trying to get past. I think he's got past Ruby Booth. Next on his list
is Luca Wilkinson. Because Joe Mosimoska has got up into second place.
He has indeed, and it looks like he's already got. Wilkinson there on the inside, and it looks like he's already got Mostika as well. He has. He's taken 2 on that straight alone. So there we go. On to the start-finish straight. Zach Weston up into P2. As the rest of the field slot through. next on his list is Daniel Stevenson, and there's a bike down
That's
in
Luca
the wall.
Wilkinson.
It is Luca Wilkinson. He's gone into the wall at turn number 1. It looked like a heavy hit, but
support on its way to him now.
Yellow flag's out in turn 1, but I think we're going to see a red flag come out. Yes, the red flag does come out for an incident at turn 1 involving, we believe, Luca Wilkinson on the 76. After an incident there, it looks like he just lost the back end. Well, was that Luca Wilkinson that I just saw go past there?
May well have been. He didn't look too badly hurt, but we will find out momentarily.
So we'll try and see who it is out at turn 1 just to let you know. But again, red flag after 3 laps. And let's see what happens. But get this one going very, very soon. Everyone going through there. Let's just see who lines up on the grid. Now, where did Luca Wilkinson qualify the first one? So he finished. So he qualified 3rd. There is 3rd place. That's 2nd place.
That's Dan Stevenson.
He's Dan Stevenson.
And yes, we are missing. Well, I think that's him in the background actually, coming through around the back of the shot. Let's see if he makes his way up the middle of the grid. There's certainly no one waiting.
There's no one waiting on the spot for him, is there? So
he may be starting at the back though. We shall see when they come around.
Very true. So let's just see. So then we are missing 1st and 3rd. So your what's that? The 5th place man, 5th place rider, Ollie Pearson. He's got clear track in front of him, and he's on the inside line. So if he gets a good start, this could be.
Find himself in the lead.
He could find himself in the lead. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So if I was him now, I'd be like, right, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't pop a wheelie. Feed the clutch. A little bit of gas.
Joe Mostika's also got a good opportunity here. He's in grid 4, but 2nd place. Green flag up at the back. Well, yellow flag's up at the back. Green flag goes up the back now.
Looks like we're going to get going again for the first of the 2nd races today. It's a good start again from Stevenson, who gets going. And again, rest of the field slot through. And again, we saw there that Zach Weston did start at the back of the grid again. So he's going to be back up into a fairly decent position, I suspect, already.
Luca Wilkinson did make the grid as well. He started at the back. So full complement of riders for this one.
There we go. Good to see. So probably then it was Luca that did go down, but he's feeling well enough to get back and going again, which is excellent. So we slot through 8 laps to go now for this one as they exit turn number 5 onto the back straight in towards turn 6, the final corner. Very fast hairpin that tightens, and again that's Zach Weston right down the inside there, holding that inside line. Can't quite gain a move there this time. They'll cross the line. You'll see the order on the timing screen pop up. Fastest man is Zach Weston, 51.91 out there. And he's got Joel Grieg just in front of him as well that he's going to have to try and get past. And I think he almost successfully does so. No, he can't. He just can't do that. But Joel Grieg's going down the inside of Ruby Booth. And Ruby Booth almost makes contact there with Joel Grieg. Loses a position to Weston. So Weston now up into 4th.
Yeah, very close. They're lucky that they didn't collect each other and cause another red flag. We've had a reduced number of laps for this race now. It's shown as 7, although we will keep a close eye out for that last lap walk. We have been mistaken so far today. Round they come then for the new first lap, as up inside goes Weston on Grieg, I believe, or is that Mostica now?
It was Mostica that he went down the inside of, and it looks like he's already got Daniel Stevenson as well into the first corner. Yes, he has. So new race leader, Zach Weston, all the way back to the front. Daniel Stevenson holding on to P2 at the moment, 6 laps to go. But he has got the close company of Mostica just behind him. Let's just keep a very close eye on that one. Let's see how that battle progresses, because they're super similar on times, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been battling all day.
They have been, haven't they? Of course, we would expect Zach Weston to get right to the front. Of course, he's on one of the Mini GP classes. He's on the 110s. These guys are on the SM90s, so they're actually a smaller engine that they've got out there. So, yeah, that'll be why he's getting to the front and disappearing. For anyone wondering, he is in a different class out there. So there we go. As we're being fanned in the commentary box, it's amazing. Weston. So leading the way, Daniel Stevenson with close pressure from Mosdicker as he's going through now. Still really close, these guys, aren't they? They're not giving each other any room, really, are they? 5 laps to go. Let's just see what they're doing on times. Last lap, Mosdicker, personal best 50.1 compared to Daniel Stevenson's 50.5. So there we go. He was 4/10 faster on that last lap alone. Gap is 0.3 of a second at the moment. Let's see if he takes any more out of him as they go down the back straight into the final corner.
Yeah, it looks to be very close at the minute. Mosdicker will be hoping to improve on his finish from earlier. Stevenson took 2nd place earlier on this afternoon, but Mosdicker right on the back of him now. I think he's closed up even more.
Yes, indeed. The gap, still 0.3 of a second over the timing beam.
So he closed in by 100th of a second.
Yes.
I mean, now I could see that, isn't it, Anthony? It's almost as if I was making it up. But no, now he's definitely closer.
Yeah, he is much closer. He was much
more
closer.
than 100th.
He is definitely closer now, isn't he? 4 laps to go as they exit turn number 3, as they go into now 4 and 5. Over the hump now, very tricky braking zone now as they go round. Good line throughout. It looks like he was bobbing his head there. It looks like he was happy with his entrance there to turn number 4 was Mosdicker as they go onto the back straight. As he weaves slightly off the racing line, comes back on. No one really to defend to. You've got quite a big gap there from Joel Grieg further down as the rest of the field go through. 3 laps to go now.
Seems to get very close in this first part of the lap, Anthony.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't think he's as quick in the second half of it.
Again, didn't we see this in the first race where I think this sort of setting he's running, he's got a good acceleration out of the corners, but then he just can't get it on the back straight. He can't get to that top end, can he?
Slower corners suit him better
at
the start of the lap.
So as we get past one of the back markers there,
I think that's Charlie Ward.
I think you heard me right. So Stevenson goes to the inside, Mosdicker goes to the outside, and that has caused him to open that gap up slightly, hasn't it? That gap is up to half a second now when they last crossed the line. See what it is this time, but it looks like he really closes up there, doesn't he, on the final corner?
Yeah, keep an eye on it as they cross the line. They are a good 11 seconds back from Zach Weston, and they're pretty wide by there.
Yeah, I was going to say, these guys are very close, and it's the number 3 and the number 76, so it's Joel Grieg and Luca Wilkinson. Luca Wilkinson, after his earlier collision, is right up the field and is fighting back, isn't he? So he's still fighting fit out there. And it was a huge wobble from Grieg, wasn't it? It looked like he was struggling to keep that bike in check as he was going through the last corner. Massive front end wobble, which is horrible, by the way, if you ride a bike. When you get that, it's the best way to do it is power out of it, I would say. But when you're coming into a braking zone, that's a bit difficult. So yeah, last lap time it is for Zach Weston on the Mini GP class. Daniel Stevenson still leading the JSM 90 class. But he has got Mosdicker very close behind him. He has closed that gap up slightly again. 0.4 of a second. Back up to 0.5 this lap. They've got a back marker just ahead. I believe this is Kyron Nelson that they've got. Again, on one of the Mini GP 110 classes that they're going to have to try and navigate past. Oh, and Mosdicker goes round the outside of the hairpin number 2, or the chicane number 2. Gets it done and manages to take first for class, second overall. For this race on the last lap.
Yes, but Stevenson may well come back at him through this second part of the lap, and he does into the 3rd chicane.
Has he run too wide, though? Has he gone too deep? Is he going to suffer on the exit now? Is Mosdicker trying to get back? No, he can't quite do it, can he? So that was a well-timed dive down the inside, and Weston takes the lead. And oh, it's a big dive there from Mosdicker. Can't quite do it. Crosses the line. Stevenson holds on to P2. Overall, Mosdicker P3, P1 and 2 in class as Luca Wilkinson crosses the line in 4th, Joel Grieg in 5th, and then it's Ruby Booth in 6th. Charlie Pearson 7th, Jack Newton in 8th, and these guys still look like they're racing, even though you've definitely finished, guys, don't worry. Thomas Bond crosses 9th, and Billy Carter crosses 10th in class. So there we go. Cracking race from those guys. We'll be heading over to the Extra Flow Stock 160s next.
So this race apparently hasn't finished, despite the fact we're seeing checkered flags. That's the last lap board going out on the left-hand side now.
It has,
Apologies for announcing the result. This one still rages. They were looking like they were still racing, honestly, because they hadn't seen the checkered flag.
Yeah.
So Daniel Stevenson holds on to second place from Joe Mozzie Mostica. As they go round now for this, despite the fact it says end at the top, this is their last lap. So Zach Weston's still out in front. He's got this one almost wrapped up. They come into the final rendition of the third chicane. Now, I don't think Mostic's close enough, as Zach Weston does take the checkered flag this time around. There is a flag being waved down there. Mostica takes a look into the final bend, but no can do, unfortunately. And there indeed is the flag. The race is now over. Apologies, viewers. Our timing screen shows us what you see on the left-hand side there, and we can't see any of the track from our commentary position. So we are slightly disadvantaged.
That is the one downside to not having a window in your commentary box. You can't see what's happening outside unless you're looking at the cameras, and if the cameras aren't looking at it, it's yeah. So yes, we do apologise about that one, but now we are heading over to the Extra Flow Stock 160s.